It says live. Latency's bad. Let me see. Oh, it's really bad. Test. Let me see. I don't know. Oh, it's streaming. So I'm streaming right now. It says, am I lagging? I can't even. Nope, it's not. That over there. Mm. I don't know if. How do I put up? So this is a test stream, guys. If anyone's watching this, just know that this is a test. I'm not very tech savvy, but probably after stream ends. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. I'm talking over here. How do I see this live streaming? Okay, I can view my live stream. Where's the chat? I got one view. Go live. It should be live. How do I see this live streaming? Okay, so that's me. I'm live there. That's so weird. Okay, I'm live on YouTube. All right, cool. So I did it right. For the most part, that's pretty exciting. I want to have my I want to have my damn hmm, I want to have I don't know if I move anything if you guys can see it. So you guys can definitely hear me. I got words up there. Let me see. These are like my first. I've never streamed before, let alone fucking multi-stream. I don't know if what I can warning the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended open widget. Let me see. Stream health is good. Analytics, that's cool. I can see all that. So I started 6:10 p.m. It's 5:42, is it not? Oh no, it's 6:11. What? It's weird. Okay, I should be good on that one. All right. How do I get my live? I wonder how bad it's lagging. Multi-streaming right now. This is fucking hard, bro. Let me see. So I got my mic up. You guys can see the face. And need to get my chat up. I don't know how to do that. Uh, anyone in the chat? Anyone in the chat? There's no one in the chat. That's good. That's interesting. X10 warning. It says good connection though. But I think I keep dropping frames. It's not good. Voice connected. Okay, so I'm on Discord as well. Discord is live. I got two here. I need to get my chat. I need to get my chat up. It's interesting. Oh. Yeah, my internet's not good. Fuck. I wish I could hardwire my thing, man. But I can't. But I can't. Mm, let's do something here. How do I display? Whoa. Okay, that's not. Okay, that's weird. Hold on. So I'm trying to. Whoa, it's strange. Whoa, that's trippy. Hold on. Like I said, no, that's not what I wanted. Hmm. Display. That's not what I want. I gotta remove this shit. Yeah, get rid of that. How's the streams looking? I keep getting these warnings, man. Current viewer 0. People and blogs. That's crazy. Okay. I've got one viewer on Rumble and he's just watching. It might be me. That one viewer is me, I think, which is cool. That's cool. Um, I gotta get some display game capture image, media, text, video capture, window capture. Window capture might be it. Chrome, automatic. Mm. That's not. Whoa, that's weird. Okay, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Dude, oh, stuff is trippy, man. Hold on. Let me see something here. My PC, my laptop is on overtime right now. Anyway, let's like I said, this is my first stream ever. I don't know what I'm doing. I keep getting error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience. So I'm getting poor now. Stream health is poor. What's the stream health saying here? I don't have any viewers yet. Not receiving. Oh no. How's this looking? I mean, my drop frames are at 0. I'm doing okay over here. Like I said, this is the first stream, guys. If you can hear me, just trying to get this stream going. It's kind of tough multi-star. Probably should have just started on one stream on one platform. Error. YouTube is not. I'm 9 minutes in and I'm getting error message. Okay, I'm good now on YouTube. Good connection right now. Okay, let's see. I want to get God, this is so trippy. I want to get my That's not it. Media source, delete that. Yes, media source. Windows capture. Delete that. I don't need that. Yes, I just need these three. Okay. Trying to see application audio. Nope, nope. Audio browser. Browser. Okay, browser two. See URL. Nope. Browser two. That's not what I need. Man, I need. What I need is Jesus. Let me see. Video capture window. Might be a window capture. It's a window Google. There we go. Okay. All right. That's good. Okay. Well. All right. Let's. There we go. But the thing is, it's the size of my damn thing, bro. Like. All right. Hold on. Make it smaller. Boom. There we go. All right. That's cool. So we got Google now. I don't like that little thing at the bottom though. Oh, that's, that is okay. What I want to do is okay. So now it's covering half my head. No. All right. So we're just doing this off the cuff, bro. Like I don't even know what I'm doing. My stream's current bitrate is lower than recommended. It says good right now. It says good connection right now. If you're watching and you want to join the conversation, I would say leave your if you have a Discord, we can have a conversation on Discord. But as of right now, we're just gonna be looking up some things here and there. I'm just monitoring. Whoa, that's weird. No, 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 no. Put it on Google. Nice. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is crazy. Okay. I got a bunch of fruit flies in my damn room. It's annoying. Anyway, okay, so the topic of today is uh sorry about that. Today we're going to be talking about well, why is it okay to kill babies? Why? Oh, why? All right, don't mind me. I'm just checking up on the chats. I have nothing going right now. That's fun. I'm gonna go back. Oh, I'm not very tech savvy, so go figure. How do I get? How do you? How would you, as a streamer, right? How do you get your chats full back online? My internet is going in and out, in and out. My internet's going in and out. See, I'm not hardwired. I wish I was. Is there a way, if anyone knows? So my laptop has nothing but USB-C ports and no Ethernet port. So I can't frickin' I can't like uh am I live on Rumble or not? I'm on excellent right now on YouTube, which is good. Stream is healthy is excellent. Okay. And on okay, so on YouTube I'm going for 14 minutes right now. Same for same for the damn I'm streaming live streaming to Rumble and YouTube and it's taking a lot. Even then I don't feel like it's been that much cuz I've just been procrastinating, but I need to learn to put I need to know how to put my chats author. Oh, this plan is provided for free by author. I would probably donate. Yeah, multiple outlets. So right now I'm running multiple outputs. Let me just check. Wow, I'm excellent on YouTube now, and then on. Am I doing okay? I got 3 viewers on Rumble now. I think. But it says I got excellent condition on YouTube, but on Rumble, can you guys hear me or not? I'm gonna go ahead and pause. I don't even know what. If Rumble, if you can hear me, just like put a one in the chat or something. Oh, what happened there? Oh, my life's. Oh no. Like I said, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm having like technical. Okay, that should be that. Rumble, if you can hear me, just type in the chat real quick. Put a one. It looks like I'm dropping frames. I'm 16 minutes into both, but this is just a test stream. I wanted to see if like I could do it. I did. On YouTube, I have no views. On Rumble, it's showing 3 views. It could just be, I don't know. But again, if you want to argue with me, if you want to debate, by all means. I'm not really even here to argue or do anything like that. I just want to hear the other side, and maybe I can change my mind because I've had some. So, if you have a Discord, feel free to add me. Actually, I would add you, and then we can go and we can chat from there. We can chat over Discord. But for now, I got Google. Just making sure. Okay, so my stream is good. It says I'm live and I have 3 viewers right now. I don't know if that's true or not. Um, like I said, I really need to learn how to put the chats onto OBS because I don't know how to do that yet. I probably should have done that before I went live. Oh, it's something I have to work on still. But everything else looks pretty good. I think we're going. So we're 17 minutes in. Like I said, if you guys want to have a chat, my personal belief is that we shouldn't. That abortion should be probably. I don't know. Let me see. Am I still live? Yeah, we're still good. Got a good connection there. It's not showing live on this one, but it probably okay. It's live. Yeah, we're live there. I don't want to. Okay, this one should be good. All right, so we're good there. Like I said, I'm just my bad. I'm just moving in between. Oh, my internet's so bad, and it's not even my internet. My internet's like I have like a gig of internet. It's just I'm not hardwired. I'm using the Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is obviously fucked. But like I said, my personal belief is that abortion should be banned. Should probably be banned altogether. There's very few exceptions that I would say justify getting abortions. Unless you can make up another claim for me. I wanted to look up things as well. So right now my stream's looking good. I'm live. I keep getting noises though. That's not good. That means that my thing is what's going on. Stream getting a warning. I'm good on here. Rumble, are we still cooking? Yeah, we are. We're still cooking on Rumble. Like I said, if you're on Rumble, say hi. I see that they have 3 viewers. I don't know who you are. I'm assuming one of them is me. So, um, YouTube, no one yet. And yeah, it's my Discord. Like I said. So if you have a differing opinion from me, feel free to leave a comment as to why I'm wrong or why you think. Let's do something real quick. Let's go to Google. I wanted to type in so is it Sanger? So I wanted to do like cuz disinformation. So you have right away was an American birth control activist. So I wanted to see where this all came from, right? Cuz it's not like this is normal because before like a certain time period, you wouldn't even really think about killing your own baby. Um, like you wouldn't like it wouldn't even cross your mind at that point, right? Like when did it start? Okay, I'm good on. Okay, I'm still live on YouTube. That's good, and I'm live on Rumble. 18 minutes in. But yeah, like I said, so make sure. Yep, Yep, we're still looking good. 20 minutes there, 20 minutes there. If it's lagging, my bad. If the stream is lagging, like my internet, like I said, is fucking dog. Like I wish I could connect the Ethernet to my laptop, but I only have USB-C ports, and that sucks. My old laptop, I used to be able to just connect the Ethernet directly into my laptop, and it would run way smoother. I don't know why on these newer laptops they took that away, and now it's just USB-C ports. Like, that's really annoying. I don't know who decided that was a thing, but yeah. So now I'm having to run exclusively my Wi-Fi, and my Wi-Fi is dog. So hopeful. Thank you for hanging in there. But let me check real quick. I keep checking like every 2 seconds, but I gotta make sure that we're not. Also, sorry for the cough. I'm getting over a sickness, but I don't know. Anyway, like I was saying before, Discord. See, I don't even know how the Discord's gonna work, but hopefully it works. Right now, I have it muted. Um, let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this activist here because from what I've heard, she was the one that was really pushing like abortion, the abortion pills, and things like that. But let's actually look at this article real quick. Sage Publishing, because I do have like my opinions, and I've also heard I don't know except non-essential cookies. I don't know. So the study sought to investigate the prevalence of U.S. birth pioneer eugenics. So U.S. birth control pioneer and eugenicist Margaret Sanger and social media discourse through critical disinformation studies lens using computational and qualitative analysis techniques, 60 months of public Facebook posts, Google search. 2019, the U.S. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas wrote a concurring opinion for an abortion case that made headlines for its creative reinterpretation of history. That's interesting. So they label it as wrote a concurring. Now I would want to look into Clarence Thomas's whatchamacallit. So are we good on YouTube? It looks like we're still good on YouTube. Are we live? Oh, we only have two we have one now. We live or we not live? We're live on stream. This is weird. I don't like to be, I don't know. So, wrote a concurring opinion for abortion case. Doesn't he linked abortion with a kind of modern day eugenics? Nearly half of those pages were devoted to the story of one woman, Margaret Sanger, a pioneer of birth control movement, the founder of Planned Parenthood, and an ardent eugenicist who had been dead for more than 50 years. Justice Thomas' opinion later became a footnote in the 2022 Dobbs versus Jack Sanger's rightfully vilified for supporting the inherently racist and ableist ideology of eugenics, which was founded on the science of human reproduction and aiming to apply the theories of heredity to bring about fitter human life, with some lives deemed more valuable than others. Now, why the hell do we... How did people on... Whoops. Oh my god. Okay, that's embarrassing. I probably should put a sign outside my door that says busy. But let's see. Gotta make sure I'm still live. Yep. I think I got one viewer, and that viewer is me, I think. Let's go live. Here, live there. Okay, that's cool. I got a good connection. there. But this is interesting because 2019 United States Supreme Court Justice. This is interesting, right? So I assume 6.8 disinformation and the ghost of Margaret Sanger. So who is Sarah Whitmarsh? Let's see. We're over here investigating. Okay, so this is a student. I presume these are just. This is a paper written, and it's a paper written by a student who's looking into. It's interesting because the question that I've always like, uh, 0 likes, 0 views. That's cool. Dude, how do people get views on YouTube? That's crazy to me. I think I've gotten more views on Rumble. But again, so like I said, I'm just taking a look at talking points right now. Um, hold on, let me change this. Uh, hmm, damn it, I can't make it a different color. Well, that sucks. Okay, just cancel that. No, but like the point I was trying to make was how is it that someone as vile, right, as Margaret mm, Margaret Sanger, how y'all see my head or is it like behind the thing? If it's behind the thing, it's fine. Like I don't care. But how is it that someone as vile as Margaret Sanger, because they say that she was vile, right? So this study sought to investigate the prominence of U.S. birth control pioneer and eugenicist Margaret Sanger in social media discourse. Okay, it says, and depict the Black Lives Matter social justice movement and cancel culture as hypocritical. This analysis also captured a moment in time when Sanger's legacy was being reconsidered by Planned Parenthood, the organization she founded. So she founded Planned Parenthood, which is nothing new to most people, right? But this is a point I want to stress really like hard because like in the abortion debate, I rarely see the name of her being brought up ever. Why? It's not like she was a saint. She was clearly a eugenicist that wanted to use eugenics to, you know, kill black people. And many can say she probably succeeded in that, which is crazy. Because most of the abortions nowadays are in the black community, no? I feel like that's a thing. And I don't know why um that doesn't get talked about enough. Like let me make this huge, right? So in Justice wrote a concurring opinion for abortion case. What made headlines is the creative. So it's crazy how they put creative reinterpretation of history. To me, that's insane. How is it reinterpreting history, right? I don't know. Um, but it's crazy because I'm trying to see. Okay, so she was a pioneer of the birth control movement, a founder of Planned Parenthood, ardent eugenicist. It's just an evil person, dog. Like dead for more than vilified. So Sanger is rightfully vilified for supporting the inherent racist and ableist ideology of eugenics, which was founded in the science of human reproduction and aimed to apply theories of heredity to bring about fitter human life. with some lives deemed more valuable than others. Yet other prominence in modern social media discourse belies that what one would expect from a woman born in 1879. Her life and tarnished legacy continue to be resurrected, refashioned, and wielded into a tool for disinformation. Interesting. The historical reference to I see the thread of any number of injuries. I argue that okay, so here's this person's argument. I argue that Sanger's staying power nearly a century after her heyday lies in her ability to evoke the same emotions at work. In Hochschild's 2016 Deep Stories, A Felt Truth, several emotions drive the resonance of deep stories: frustration, anger, resentment, and betrayal at their core. These emotions derive from an underlying sense of fairness or justice. Let me make sure I'm still live. And I'm still live. 30 minutes. That's crazy. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good for our first stream. So we're still live. We haven't fallen off a cliff yet. So we're still good. That's good. All right, cool. So let's go back and read. So I argue that Sanger's staying power after her daily lies in her ability to evoke the same emotions at work in Hochschild's 2016 Deep Stories, A Felt Truth. Several emotions drive the resonance of deep stories. Okay, that's probably a book or something. Okay. Deep stories are inherently elusive, elide history of memory, and act to reinforce group values. The most powerful deep stories can simply be referred to often by way of their protagonist. Okay, Sanger's role as antagonist or villain performs a similar function. Eugenics and by extension Sanger are eugenics and by extension Sanger are useful disinformation storytelling devices in conjuring what Gampsum, this is frames, which Gampsum positions with a broader. I hate these damn papers. Like, all right, Borg, like action framework requires a concrete target. Adversarial stands towards some outgroup who violate the in-group's interest or values. Injustice. So, from what I'm getting is now this person is trying to say that eugenics is fine, or that they're trying to make it seem like it is, even though we know it's not, because that's weird. As a woman whose legacy is fodder for both accurate, justified criticism as well as false or distorted rhetoric spanning politics, religion, and human rights, Sanger is tricky but compelling case study for injustice framing. However, I primarily aim to understand how Sanger is used as the historical referent to highlight a perceived injustice of today, and to misinform and disinform on abortion and contraception. This case study is grounded in critical disinformation studies, an emerging research paradigm that positions disinformation with a broader historical, social, cultural, and political context, and explores how race, class, gender, and other power structures drive disinformation dynamics. This case study unfolds in three parts. First, to quantitatively examine the scope, reach, and engagement with narratives about Margaret Sanger on social media. Second, to quantitatively assess the most popular content and most frequent posters of Margaret Sanger's content on social media. Third, to qualitative analyze a subset of messages, how injustice frames are being applied. Okay, so basically this person is saying what? That, let me make sure I'm live. I'm live, and it looks looking good so far, 35 minutes in. Alright, so basically, the person saying what? That even though Margaret Sanger was a terrible person, abortion's still a good thing. Which is very hard to argue. Because how would you even argue that? Right? So basically, they're saying, oh, Margaret Sanger did do these horrible things. She was this horrible person, yet Yet, abortion is not a bad thing. Abortion is a good thing. And it's an injustice to women or to the baby because there's a clear injustice here. And it's not for the living, breathing, person that has a conscience to make, this is what I've always argued. You're a, I don't get how people can argue the latter. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm just checking through here, so I'm still good on YouTube, and I got two viewers. If you're in the chat and you're watching me, just leave a one to let me know that the stream is looking good. If it's looking bad or if it's lagging, let me know because I need to fix that. Well, like I said, I'm very very passionate about this. I hate I don't hate. Hate is a strong word. I just do not like. It's hard for me to think of why someone would get an abortion other than I don't know. Okay, so my stance is abortion should be across the board. It should be illegal for the most part. It's very hard to argue for it. I think it's almost I don't know. I can see the angle they take, but still. Okay, let's see. Theoretical framework because narratives about Sanger may include fact, fiction, or a combination of the two. For a variety of purposes, it is worth clarifying the definition used here. Disinformation is defined by high level expert, high level expert group on fake news and online disinformation, which started in 2018. That's kind of crazy. The European Commission, as well as all forms of false, inaccurate, or misleading information designed, presented, or promoted to intentionally cause public harm or for profit. It's interesting. Misinformation is unintentionally inaccurate information. Unintentionally inaccurate. A separate but related category of misinformation is conspiracy theories, are the conviction that a secret, omnipotent individual or group covertly controls the political and social order of some part or some part thereof. Hold on, guys. Give me like 2 seconds. Give me like 2 seconds. Jeez, I need to put a sign on my door, man. You keep coming in here, messing up my vibe, man. So y'all saw my bed, I think. All right, that's fine. All right, I'm back on me. But yeah, I think it was a good test. For my first stream, 38 minutes. I think that's pretty good. Got a couple views here and there. It's cool. It's cool as long as it was able to hold up. As long I got 3 viewers now. I know one of them is me, but I'm gonna have to cut the live stream short. I think. I just wanted to do a test run. Everything held up pretty good. Good connection here. That's good. And it's 6:18. I could probably do another hour, but anyway. All right. Let's see. Conspiracy theorists are okay. This is interesting. So I'm pretty sure this is written by a student, either a student or someone in their field. This was published recently on October 18th. I do want to give credit to the author, view all authors. Sarah Whitmarsh, Hussman School of Journalism and Media, the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. That's right down the road from me. Information. Okay, that's interesting. So, as you can see, this has a very how do you say democratic tilt, left leaning tilt. But it's important to see other people's perspectives because sometimes you can get so lost in your own that you don't you know it's important to see what they think or but Misinformation is unintentionally accurate information. That's crazy. Jack 2017. That's crazy how all of these terms sprouted out of 2018, 2017. I remember those were like those were like peak Trump years, I think. When Trump was that his first term? Might have been. Like when all that stuff happened. But anyway, misinformation is unintentionally inaccurate information separated by conspiracy theorists see the existing political and social order and knowledge from powerful individuals and institutions as disinformation. This case study does not aim to classify content about Margaret Sanger within those categories. Rather, it seeks to understand across all three how, okay, blah, blah, blah. Sanger, eugenics, and the seeds of dis. Okay, let's see. Understand the current narratives circulating about Sanger means a radical. Okay, let's see. The author's intention is not to sanitize or contextualize Sanger's beliefs, but rather to highlight the diverse and changing interpretations of her life and work. Has alternately been described as a fearless feminist crusader for sexual pleasure and reproductive autonomy. Has a radical socialist whose quest led her to become a pawn of the conservative elite, and a progressive, if flawed, woman who fallacy lane. So this is interesting, right? Because, like I said, I don't know much about, and I wanted to do this. Am I still live? I am. Because how is it that someone like Margaret Sanger, right? Someone who for all intents and purposes, I don't know, was a progressive socialist, fucking sexual pleasures. This was what? What year was Sanger's? I gotta. Alright, we'll leave that there. Let's go back to Google. Let's Google Margaret Sanger, American activist. She was alive around born 1879. So she was around I want to say the 30s, the 40s is when she was around in her heyday. And she devoted her life to legalizing birth control and making it universally available for women. In that time, you couldn't. How did she align herself with the eugenics of this, right? You would think that someone that is progressive now, right? Because if you look at we got to look up the term for eugenics. I know it means you want to purify. I can't even spell it. Eugenics. I didn't even spell it right. Okay, here it is. My internet is going. Okay. The study of how to arrange reproduction within human population to increase the occurrence of heritable characteristics are desirable. From what I knew, eugenics, and scientific racism was, people basically. Am I still alive? I'm still good on YouTube. And on Rumble, I'm still good. That's good. But Rumble looks like you're way behind, guys. Hopefully, you guys are good. If not, like I said, let me know. But I wonder if you guys can see that. Yeah. It was developed by Sir Francis Galton as a method of improvising the human race. Eugenics was increasingly discredited as unscientific and racially biased during the 20th century, especially after the adaptation of its doctrines by the Nazis in order to justify their treatment of Jews, disabled people, and other minority groups, which is terrible. You don't want that. Who wants that? And yet, this woman who was quote unquote progressive for her time, especially for her time, right? For her time is insane to me. How you were able to be on like nowadays. That's like too. Because my mind is nowadays you literally cannot hold both of those opinions because people that are for that support abortion obviously hate racism and racists. Well, I don't know what racists. See that's interesting too because like I feel like racists don't care. I feel like a racist person would be like, "Oh yeah, black people, you guys should just keep getting abortions." Like so that makes sense. Because in my mind that makes sense cuz I don't see a racist as someone that would be for ending abortion because I don't know. And I'd love to speak to a racist person actually. Like I know that's something that's crazy to say, but I feel like me and a racist person would have a great conversation mm, cuz I don't know. I feel like you don't get that perspective, right? And I feel like we're seeing it here with Sanger, who was racist for all intents and purposes. I believe. You can't believe in eugenics and not be a racist, and yet held all these beliefs about feminism and sex and all of this. And it's crazy how it says here a radical socialist whose quest led her to become a pawn of the conservative elite. And I don't know if the conservative elite was a thing back then in 1930s and 40s. I don't think that was a thing. And a progressive, if flawed woman whose fallacy lay in centering her feminism and white womanhood. White womanhood. White. I'm gonna make this bigger for you guys. If you, this person literally used the term white womanhood. That is crazy. Her feminism in white womanhood. That's crazy to me. How? And this is like an academic paper, right? What if I said like black womanhood? Like, what does that mean? Does what is? Can someone explain to me what it is to be white and have a white womanhood? What's the equivalent of the other races? Like a Chinese womanhood? Like that's weird. She was controversial even in her own time, arrested multiple times for violating censorship laws on contraception and targeted by the Catholic Church. That makes sense. For her beliefs, she is credited for coining the term birth control and making it her personal mission to support discovery of a pill that could prevent pregnancy. Sanger founded the American Birth Control League and Birth Control. This is a terrible person. Respectively, which later merged to become Planned Parenthood Federation of America. She advocated for fewer children from the unfit. See, racists would love this lady. She advocated for fewer children from the unfit, a widely capacious category. Capacious? I don't know what that word is. Comprising the physically and mentally disabled, impoverished, ill, queer, alcoholic, and criminal, among others. This advocacy included promoting the use of forced sterilization. See, that alone, right, should end the abortion debate like now. I feel like if your founder is someone that believes in all this and she regularly advocated for fewer children from the unfit. See, I don't know how you hold like views that you did about sex and it being empowering. I'm sure at that time being like a feminist, being like, oh yeah, women, and then at the same time being like, yeah, but black people, brown people, people that are unfit, people that the gays, like that's crazy that she held that belief and was able to hold that belief back then. She who is it to decide? Okay, so we should here recognize the difficulties presented by the idea of fit and unfit, Sanger wrote. Who is to decide this question? The grosser, the more obvious. The undeniably feeble minded should indeed not only be discouraged, but prevented from propagating their kind. Even when eugenics fell out of favor in the public eye in the 1940s, following the exposure of Nazi atrocities, in the name of science, Sanger continued to back forced sterilization efforts. That's interesting. Am I still live? Yes, I am. Going for almost an hour here. Um, I don't know how this stuff doesn't get talked about in the abortion in the abortion debate. It's crazy to me that people still run around here thinking that murdering babies is fine. Nothing's gonna happen to you. Like when the founder of it is saying, okay, let's read this. Her most notorious communique on the matter is a letter containing several badly phrased lines. Notice how this lady said several badly phrased lines in which he tries to argue for hiring black doctors and spokespeople for the clinic. That's interesting. Okay, so there are no primary. Okay, yes, yeah, scholars continue to debate. Okay, wait. So preyed upon. Okay, preyed upon minority and marginalized population using eugenic policies by the 30s. 26 states were implementing. Wait, 26 states. Wait. Without question, state level governments in America preyed upon minority and marginalized populations using eugenic policies. By the 1930s, 26 states were implementing forced sterilization laws, leading to tens of thousands of procedures conducted on both men and women by the 1960s. Yet scholars continue to debate Sanger's personal stance on race. There are no primary sources that cite Sanger's support for race. Okay, so this is important here. This person, right? Am I still live? Yeah. Right here, it says, where is it? Continue to debate Sanger's personal stance on race. There are no primary sources that cite Sanger's support for race-based eugenics policies. Okay? That's crazy. There are no primary sources, yet scholars continue to debate Sanger's personal stance on race. There are no primary sources that cite Sanger's support for race-based eugenics policies or for the positive eugenics. The belief in increasing numbers of certain populations viewed superior, like white people. But neither is there evidence she saw black people as equal partners in her. Okay, that's funny. So, so basically, she's saying there's no sources saying that that Margaret Sanger was a racist. Yet at the same time, you can't find documents that say that she liked black people, right? Like that's crazy. So let's keep reading. So this is from, I'm assuming this right here is from her, because he's saying her most notorious communique on the matter is a letter containing several badly phrased lines, in which she tries to argue for hiring black doctors and spokespeople for the clinic. It seems to me, from my experience in North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas, that while colored Negroes have great respect for white doctors, they can get closer to their own members and more or less lay their cards on the table, which means their ignorance superstitions and doubts, they they do not do this with white people. And if we can train the Negro doctor at the clinic, he can go among them with enthusiasm and with knowledge, which I believe will have their far reaching results among the colored people. His work, in my opinion, should be entirely with the Negro profession and the nurses, hospitals, social workers, as well as the county's white doctors. His success will depend upon his personality and his training by us. The minister's work is also important, also should be trained. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we have to reach. We do not want word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro. We do not want okay, we do not want word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro population. And the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members. And someone please explain to me why abortion is a good thing and why we should continue to. Thankfully, Trump came in, and now I think they're going to start defunding Planned Parenthood, which I don't know why taxpayer money is going to Planned Parenthood to begin with. After reading stuff like this, like that's ridiculous, and I don't know how people can still. Like, that's crazy. And the stream's still going good, and I think that was a good stream. I'm gonna go ahead and end now. It's been fun. I've had a lot of fun on stream today. I'm gonna look back on the video and make sure that everything looks good. But for now, I'm gonna make sure I have a lot to do. But anyway, so that's it. That's it for now, I guess. Dude, this thing. I think on Rumble. I don't know if on Rumble it's good or not. It's been on 36 for a second, bro. On YouTube, it's looking like. On YouTube, I'm live. But on Rumble. I don't know what's going on with these. But we've been going for almost an hour now. So we're going to go ahead and stop the recording. Stop streaming. Thank you all for watching. We'll try to